Learning more about El Paso ISD's new superintendent's contract with the district, Dr. Brian Lusk, he started his new role last Thursday after being voted in to replace Ms. Diana Sayavedra. Now, his base salary will be $360,000. That's nice. He could get pay raises, too, based on a scoring system that will be used in future evaluations. Now, Lusk's salary is significantly higher than the district's previous superintendent, Diana Sayavedra, whose base salary when she first was hired by the district in 2022 was $277,000. Now, when she took her voluntary retirement earlier this year, just 3 years after she was hired, that salary had risen to $320,000. Now, Sayavedra took over for Juan Cabrera, who was hired by EPISD back in 2013. He was initially paid a base salary of $285,000 when he was hired. Now, Cabrera stepped down in 2021 after an audit revealed that he had initiated contracts with two vendors for academic services that gave, quote, an appearance of conflict of interest due to social, professional relationships. Where do we want to go with this one, guys?
Well, here's the thing. You've got to look, first of all, we're paying the new EPISD hire almost $100,000 more than Diana Sayavedra. And that has nothing to do with, gender or whatever. It's just, that's a gigantic base salary jump. And then in the past 13 years, we've had 3 superintendents, and Sayavedra and Cabrera both kind of left under a cloud.
Yeah.
Sayavedra, not so much of her own doing.
She kind of lost her support.
She lost her support on the school board.
Right, yeah.
But Cabrera definitely under a cloud because he was,
I remember following, it was a strange story.
It was very
Sayavedra
weird.
Outing. It was we never got to the bottom of that.
No,
it was just, she
that
just
was
didn't
very
have,
behind
she just didn't have any backing.
No, and it was because of a May election in this year.
Right.
The makeup of the board changed.
Right,
and the new members on the board were not
and
down.
they just came gunning for her.
It was very weird. Because by many counts, the public was had no problem
and
with
neither
Sayavedra.
did staff.
And apparently the staff really liked her as well. And it just, those couple of new board members that came in, really had it out for her.
Which is, again, every single vote counts, especially on a school board.
I do also want to make this point just real quickly, just because I want to stick up for public educators. My family is all public educators.
Mine too.
Let me just say this, first of all. Teacher raises are very hard to come by these days. We're talking, your dime a dozen high school, middle school, elementary school, classroom teachers, teachers' aides, people like that. Very hard to get raises for those folks in this day and age. However, administration seems to never have a problem finding an extra $50,000 to give themselves. Out of nowhere,
or an extra $100,000 for a superintendent.
Now, I don't know who. I've never met Mr. Brian Lusk. He could be a very nice guy, and he obviously ran a school district that is absolutely ginormous. He could probably be a CEO of a company if you can run a school district like Dallas,
right,
ISD.
Exactly.
However, it is not a good look. I don't think when your salary is public and teachers in your district are struggling to make ends meet.
Exactly.
And not when you're losing students every year.
Yes.
And here's the thing I'm going to always complain about. We need to hire local.
We do.
Sure.
We need to hire
stick around.
local. Yeah.